In this video, I'm exploring some simple ways to play with composition. I'm using black card cut into shapes and arranging them on a light background. The focus is on weight, balance, positive and negative space, and the relationship between shapes. These aren't finished artworks, but more like sketches, quick, playful exercises to warm up or spark ideas. You might film or photograph as you go, make drawings, or stick the shapes down as a record to return to later. You'll need light paper, dark paper, and a pair of scissors.
Don't need a pencil. First thing we're going to do is cut out a large circle. Don't have to be perfect. Okay. And notice how full it is in the composition. Not much room around that. How that feels if we push it up to the top, to the bottom. If our work is to the side, how it feels whether it's to the right or to the left. So there's not a lot of space for this room to breathe. I quite like the boldness of it. It's kind of really filling the frame, so there's not much room for manoeuvre. So there's a real fullness to that composition. Then if we go in, let's cut ourselves a smaller shape. Okay. That's one away. So this time we've got lots and lots of space around it. So we put that smack bang in the middle. So it's just kind of floating in the middle of nowhere. How does it feel again if we were to shift that right to the top or centre top? Notice how the weight kind of shifts. It starts to feel a bit more bottom heavy. Okay, then let's take an even smaller circle. So my circles aren't perfect, it's not important. And again, so really now lost on the composition, lots of space around it. And again, if we shift it into the corners, it doesn't feel quite so heavy with it being smaller in scale. So if we put this one, the medium-sized one, back, so now we've got a relationship between the two objects. We've got something that's large and something that is small, and we can play around with how those things interact together. Do they want to be touching, overlapping? Where in the composition can they sit? What happens if we put them in opposite corners? Is there a way that they can sit together that creates a nice balance or relationship between these two shapes? Okay, so we've got small and large, but if we take the small away, now we've got large and small, small and large. Okay, so the relationship, the size of an object is relational to the thing that it's placed with. Okay, so completely different feeling with just these two shapes. Less room for them to fit around, but quite interesting sort of dynamic. If we can kind of fill these round and get them to fill all four corners. So something like about that I find quite interesting from a portrait point of view. Landscape, I don't like that quite so much. Maybe it's necessary to add a third one in and start playing around with this relationship between these three objects. Like, how does it look when they all touch each other compared to what does it look like if they're all floating? Do they want to be kind of connected in a sort of linear way? And then we risk falling into snowman territory. So the aim with this isn't to make a picture, to make it something representational. We're just looking at the relationship between objects, where they sit on the page, how that changes our perception of them and how we feel. It's just getting a feeling for the composition. What happens if I were to take that off the edge, for example? So let's just crop that off. So again, gives it a different feel. We could probably agree that, you know, that's not very exciting. But when we start to give that more prominence, more position, it's about that balance of positive and negative space. Or perhaps we put that in the corner. Possibly. Also, another interesting thing we can do is bring back the negative space. So that in itself, even though we've literally just reversed the colour, that is quite interesting. What happens if we bring back some of these shapes elsewhere? How does that change it up? So just very, very simple ways to play around and get ideas. So let's see if we can cut another one out. Imagine just corner this off here and here. Imagine that's not there. So how does that change your view? Maybe we take these away. So, it's a little shape. So, you know, what happens if we start to group things? Quite interesting. What happens if we take them apart? I mean, we can agree again that's not going to work. And again, we're falling into kind of face territory. Things tend to work nicely in odd numbers. Sometimes groups of 3 can be quite interesting pairings. Maybe we have some connected, some not connected. Maybe we try and cram as much as we can into one composition. Again, completely different feel. How does that look the other way round? Do we want to go back in? Cramming together little pebbles. Does it work better if we put this to the side? Maybe, I don't know.
These little exercises are a great way to loosen up and start noticing how shapes interact. There's no right or wrong here, just opportunities to explore. Whether you're working with fabric, paint or printmaking, the same principles apply. Try making time for this kind of play and see what ideas emerge for your own work. Join me in part 2 where I share a slightly different version of this exercise.